Hello, my sweet friend. I am Cristina Arevalo, a cake decorator, coach, and teacher, and I am here to empower my fellow cake artists to unleash their creativity and unite as a strong cake community. Whether you are a seasoned professional or just starting out, this podcast is here to support and empower you on your cake decorating journey. Let me coach you for success by setting achievable goals, understanding that managing your time and having a positive mindset, knowing your customers, and learning how to teach your craft are all as important as flour, sugar, and eggs. I'll share what has worked for me from a very personal and relatable perspective. My goal is to help you establish your presence, reduce stress related to time and working hours, and engage in cake collaborations and competitions. Eventually, you could become that featured cake artist in a magazine or teach at international events just like me. Welcome to the Art Cake Coach podcast. Well, hello, my sweet friends, and welcome to another episode of the Art Cake Coach podcast. Christina here. Super happy to be here another day, another Friday. It's Friday now. We're doing this episodes on Friday, and I what I have today for you is it's a bit different. I'm not giving you any strategy. We're not talking about time management. We're not talking about goal setting. Actually, this episode today is just me sharing some thoughts with you because last week I had the opportunity to be part of a session of the Cake Circle with our friend Karen McFadden, who was she was here in the episode in the podcast for a couple of times. And before our sessions, we usually chat and talk about the business. She's also a cake coach, so we talk about our business, about how everything is going, how how the business is going, how the community is responding to everything, and it's always great to talk to her. It's always great to share with another coach our experience. This niche is really new in our industry, so yeah, it's great to talk to somebody else about this. And we we always say that we should get together and do something as coaches for industry. Of course, with I said it before with the DMAs awards and the nomination, this is really new. So the fact that people are starting to acknowledge it is actually a good thing. So we were talking about it, about the industry, and we mentioned a few things during our conversation. When you're having a conversation with somebody and it's so good and ideas come up and things, you say things and you're like, whoa, or just because you're brainstorming with somebody else, this is the power of community and this is the power of your peers. um I never saw Karen as, oh, another coach, I have to be better than her, or I have to beat her somehow, or there can only be room for one coach, like far west, uh, or western, there can only be room for one cowboy in this town. No, 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 it's I'm the opposite. My vision has always been absolutely the opposite. This is one of the things that we mentioned and we talked about, and how important it is for so many cake artists who are out there, who are still stuck in this mindset of cowboy thinking that you have there, this town is too small for both of us. No, it's not. It's not. There's no. You're going to have clients anyway if your product is good and if you market it right and if you price it correctly. You're going to have a business and you're going to have clients. So but talking I'm this is going to be different today, guys. Okay, I have no script. It's just me. I actually have an hour to record and edit this episode because that's the time that I allocated for this. I have no more. And we have also a goal setting challenge coming up in the groups, on the Facebook groups, on the goal setting Facebook groups. So this has been taking a while of my time preparing everything for this challenge. So anyway, I have no script today, like I was saying. So if I, you know, if I'm all over the place, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to keep track of what I'm saying and make sense of what I'm saying. But anyway, talking to Karen, to my friend Karen, and to my fellow coach Karen, we were talking about the business and how the cake community, the cake artists, are or aren't embracing the help that we give them. Because as myself, Karen also provides a lot of content and a lot of free content, a lot of opportunities to help people. Um, this week, I shared something on Facebook that I usually don't, but that day I was like fed up with. It has nothing to do with the cake industry, actually. It has to do with my daughter's school. But anyway, when you're trying to help people and you're trying to give them solutions and they just prefer to keep nagging about it and they prefer to keep complaining about it and taking the solution, I'm fed up with that. And we were kind of talking about it, about how much we try to give solutions to the community about issues that you guys mentioned, like the pricing, the management, business side, the goal setting, the time management, feeling overwhelmed, all of those things. And as much as we put the information out there, somehow you're not taking the time to take that information, to actually use it, to put it into practice. I don't want to pinpoint fingers today, right? I'm going to say, yeah, it's your fault. No, no, no. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is things are right there. So why the conversion is so small? Why so many people are overlooking at this help and this solution? There's so much free content online for anything. And we're part of it. We're part of free tools and free content that can actually help you start. I'm not going to say it's going to be the ultimate solution, but it can help you start to be more organized, to be less overwhelmed, to to price correctly, or to, I don't know, change your mindset about your business, to so many things. Even I've been sharing templates on the podcast for the past month and a half, and I have to say that maybe one or two have been downloaded by anyone in, and I have an average of 50 listeners listens for episode. So out of 50 people who were listening to the episode, I know it's not much, but it's, for me it's great. None of them are downloading the support material that I have in there for you. So we were talking about that, and we were talking about what do we do to change the mentality, if they want to change it, to change the mentality of our fellow cake artists. What can we do to actually help, to actually give them, or for them, for you who are in the other side, use the resources that are available for you? And talking and talking, not blaming anyone. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm trying to find solutions. That's what I'm trying to find. Um, I said something, and it has to do with my English classes. One of the topics in the English class is being an entrepreneur. And the picture on the cover of the unit is a girl with a lemonade stand, sorry. And I thought immediately, it's like, we're seeing this business. We are looking at our cake business as a lemonade stand. I remember as a kid, I was not in the States, I was in Venezuela, but in Venezuela, I mean, we're very resourceful people, and we used to sell anything and everything, even as a kid, on summer breaks, on, sorry, or at school. I used to bake goods to sell to my friends. Hmm, sorry, just getting some water, to sell to my friends, to get some extra money for the summer. So we always had this, I had this entrepreneurial mind since little. That's something I realized recently. And but if we keep looking at our business as a lemonade stand, if we keep looking at our business, oh well, I just bake some cakes, I put it out there to sell, and somebody will show up and buy it. If we still have that mentality, it's never going to be a business. It's only going to be a lemonade stand. That's all it's going to be. Do you want your business to be a lemonade stand, or do you want your business to be a business? and a profitable business. A business that one day you can stop working in your 9 to 5 and dedicate yourself to your cakes. A business where you can thrive and be famous and be a household name. A business that can actually give extra income and support your family. Think about that. So that's one of the things that I talk to Caring about. And thinking of that, we came to the conclusion that we need to dig deep on the reason why we start our businesses. The reason that you start your business, it's going to be equivalent of how you see your business. So if you start selling cakes, not thinking that is a business, it's never going to be a business. That's it. It's just going to be a trade of a very expensive craft that you do. That's all it's going to be. If you see you selling your cakes as a way to help economically your family, you're going to make money. Yes. You're going to try to do your best to make money out of what you're doing. However, depending on how you see it, it could be stressful. It could feel like if I don't do it right or if I don't sell enough, I'm going to lack something. That's also not a good place to be. But if you see it as a business, and until you realize the connotation, the actual meaning of the word business, sorry, we can go and look into the definition as a transaction, right? But embrace what is a business, right? And part of embracing what is a business is, first of all, it's not you, it's a business. If the business fail, if it doesn't work, it's not you that don't know, it's not you that is not working. You're just not knowing how to do it. You find a way to solve it and you keep going, or you pivot and you do something different. That's a mentality when you have your business. Another one is responsibility for what you have in front of you, because you're creating something from scratch. You are putting out there into the world something that can help you, your family, or can even grow to help and serve more people. So it's a responsibility, right? So when you put on your business hat, and I was talking to Karen about that, put on your business hat and make yourself the question, do I want this to be a business? And do I want this to go for the long run? Or do you just want to have like I said, expensive hobby where you trade it for some money so you can keep baking expensive hobby cakes? That's it. What is it that you really want? So the reason why you start your business, it's going to determine how you see your business, and even more, how others see your business. How much they respect what you do, how much they respect your product, and how much they're going to pay for your product. Think about that. So, if today I want you to take away something from this episode is, am I in the lemonade stand mentality? How do I see my business? What is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing? Because sometimes we just keep doing it. We just keep doing it and we don't know. It's like, okay, let's just keep pushing. In Portuguese, there is a saying, I'm going to try to translate, that is, push it with your belly towards the front. It sounds really bad in English. It's like, you keep pushing and see if it works. Is that what you want for your cake business? If you can, let me know in the comments on social media or send me a DM. Send me an email. I mean, you can contact me at any time. And don't go anywhere because I have more for you today. Hey, my sweet friend, if you like this episode and enjoy this podcast, there is only one thing I want from you. Please like, follow, and leave me a started review in any of your favorite podcast platform where you're listening to this podcast now. This way, this program can keep growing. The algorithm will show it to more cake artists who will benefit from it. Download the episode, share it on your social media, and tag me, and I'll gladly tag you and follow you back. I would love to hear what you have to say. You can leave me a voice message on Anchor, Spotify for podcasters, answer the questions and polls on the episode, or leave me a comment on my social media. Even if you don't like what I say, I would love to hear your opinion. And let me invite you to follow me on Instagram as at the Art K Coach or in any of my social media accounts. I'll leave you all the links in the description of this episode. Thank you so much for listening to the Art K Coach podcast. Okay, so going back to what I was saying, guys, and I have to say, I have to be honest, I'm loving today this episode because it's been a while since I don't do an episode without a script and without, very marketing thing in my head and how do I make it work, and I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it. And that's why I started the podcast. So I'm going to my why again here. And I'm in the zone. I can do it. I can do it. So I'm feeling quite inspired, and I'm feeling like I have a lot of energy right now that I hope is going through the microphone, and I hope is getting to you, because that's my intent today. So going back to what I was saying about why you start your business, once you figure that out and you're honest with yourself, why did I start it? Is this a lemonade stand or not? What is this? Okay. I'm going to ask you another follow up question. And we also talked about this with Karen, because we talk about how people are willing to invest. People, cake artists, cake decorators, bakers, our niche, right? Why are we, because I put myself in that place for a long time, why are we willing to invest and to buy the next course, the, I don't know, 5,000 more cookie cutters and templates, I don't know, cake pans, the last I don't know, set of sprinkles for the cake, even though we don't have to use them, but we go to the store, we see it, like, oh, I might need it, so we buy it. We buy, I don't know, cake flavors, cake color gel, I don't know, edible gel, color gel for the cakes, different sugar pastes. We keep buying stuff, but we don't invest on the business. We don't invest in ourselves with knowledge. We don't invest in getting knowledge for the business side of our cake, of our cake business, of course. We don't invest in our time, our mental sanity through going through a business and trying to keep up with the business. We don't invest, and we're going to have an episode on this, on going into events, cake communities, cake competitions. We're going to have a special episode on this one because of a conversation on Facebook this week. We don't invest in more, but we do buy thousands of cookie cutters and, the latest blender or whatever. But I mean, tools. We buy tools. We buy stuff. And it got me thinking. It got us thinking, talking to Karen about this. It got us thinking about why do we do it? And we kind of make a parallel comparison with buying shoes or buying stuff, cheap stuff online, for example. I'm sure you're familiar with some stores online. I cannot say names, but some stores online, they're quite cheap. And just because it's on sale, we buy stuff. We usually do that. Guilty. Okay, I've done it. And I caught myself doing that, especially at night when I'm bored on a Sunday. And they know, because that's the day they put like free shipping and stuff. Um, and after I buy, I say, "Well, do I really need this stuff? I don't." But it gives me some kind of hype and high pleasure. I don't know. It gives me like pleasure. And I'm like, yeah. So are we doing the same with our cake businesses? Oh, because everybody has that cookie cutter, so I need to have it. Or, oh, that's the solution. The new cookie cutter is the one that's going to make my business 10. I'm just going to do it. Um, is that why we're doing it? Are we numbing ourselves? And that was our conclusion. We're actually numbing ourselves as cake artists and our cake business by buying more gadgets and more stuff and not facing the reality of what I really need to invest on. And guys, it's not just me. I mean, it's me, it's Karen, it's Kate from the Cake Business Club. It's We're gonna have another cake business coach here next week, Savannah. We have, I mean, I had Natalie from 13 Rhythms. We had Melanie Underwood from Cake International. We're gonna have Chrissy talking about other cake communities and cake events. And we had David Close talking about cake competitions. There are many sides of the cake business. Then it's not just because I'm trying to sell you something. I'm just telling you there's so many things out there that you can be investing in for your cake business that in the long run is going to be so positive. I mean, you could be part of a program, you could take a class, you could take a course, you can invest on books, planners, templates, coaching sessions, business sessions. You can do so much in order to actually go deeper in the roots of what is lacking on your cake business and make it grow, make it profitable. But we're numbing ourselves because it's the easy way out. It's easy. I don't have to think too much. I just buy the cookie cutter and that's what's going to help me. No, it's not. And I think we need to address that because, in the other hand, I've been there. I've been there in the side. I've been there where I'm narrating right now. And I have to tell you, the moment that I started investing in me, in knowledge, and what really matter for my business, in this case is my cake coaching business, magically I was confident enough to charge more. I was confident enough to put myself out there. I was confident enough to start a podcast, to create a better website, to pay for a better website. All of those things are starting to be more comfortable and it's paying off. Now the planner is selling without even noticing. Everything is growing. I've had this week the most bizarre emails about other podcasts who wants to collaborate with me. Like, how did you even know that I existed? It's like, it's because I'm putting the work out there and I'm confident in my work. And I'm confident because I invested in me and in my business. And I know if you're not where I am, if you are where I was, it's going to sound like, yeah, right, Christina, of course. Of course you'd say that. You have money. No, I don't. I have as much money as you do. Don't think that because I'm here and I have all these endeavors, I'm making so much money. And no, actually, I still have to have my job, my 9 to 5 job, because I cannot live only off the podcast. I wish, but I cannot yet. So it's not because of the money, but it's growing in other ways and it's paying off in so many other ways. So invest in you and invest in your business, but with the right tools or in the right tools. Okay. And those tools are not only the next cookie cutter or the next modeling tool or the next sugar paste. No. It is knowledge. It is organization. It is confidence. Invest in you. That's another one of my recommendations for you today. And one of the things Karen and I talked about, because we don't want you to be chasing your tails anymore. We don't want you. I'm not just talking for me. I'm talking I'm sure all the other K coaches and mentors and business owners out there who really know what they're doing are thinking the same. We don't want you to be chasing your tail anymore. We want you to move forward with your business. When you have that feeling that you just keep baking, and you're just going in circles and you're in the same place year over and year over. No, that's not what we want for you. We want you to move forward with your cake business. This industry is changing. This industry is in a point of a big change. Um, and we have, I sort of compare it with AI. We are in the, I mean, we are right there in the middle of a huge change in the world. What are we going to do about it? That's my question. Are we going to stay put and nag about it and complain and go out with forks and knives and, and brooms and tell everybody just burn the beast, burn the beast? This is not right. Okay, if you do that, you know what's going to happen because we've seen it before, right? Or are we going to embrace the changes, realize what's going on, and actually adapt our businesses to whatever is happening? I compared, like I said, I compare it with AI. What's going on with AI? In our cake business, the same thing is happening. Sugar paste cakes and sugar paste modeling, it's in a downfall. And actually, that's what I do. That's what I used to do. And it's in a downfall. People are preferring buttercream cakes and tasty goods. They don't have to be decorated, they don't have to be perfect, but they have to look yummy and delicious. So the people who are baking those cakes are making those cakes are actually thriving more than the people who's working with sugar paste. That's what's happening. So if we have cake competitions and we have cake shows that only focus on what we used to do and don't focus on the new things, uh, are people really want to go there? No, because there's no public for that. There's no audience. There are no customers for that, or they're less. I'm not going to say they're not. They're less. The tendency is changing. Those people who were just, had this idea that they were on the top of the world in this cake business, and suddenly all these new people with probably less knowledge, but with a very good knowledge of business, are taking over. And people's going nuts with this. What are we doing? No, kill the beast. No, you're not going to kill the beast. You need to figure it out how to keep up with the tendencies, keep up with what is going on. Yes, people need to invest on all of these things. But why? That's my question. And that's where I'm going to go deeper. Why are cake artists not investing in the right thing? Number one, because they don't know what they're doing. Yeah, we don't know the reason why we created our business, and we don't even look at it as a business. Yes. Second, most important, we don't have money to invest on anything. We don't. Why don't we have money if we sell goods? Because we're not managing correctly, we're not pricing correctly. So if you have in one hand a cake artist who is trying to sell some cakes to support their family, they live in a small town, they don't want to charge too much because people won't buy them, and you're telling them, like me, sorry, I'm telling you, you should invest in yourself. You should, buy a coaching program for you. Yeah, right. I'm going to buy a coaching program. I need to put, money in the house. I need to put food on the table. I'm going to buy a coaching program. Plus, I'm going to participate in a cake competition. My clients don't care if I win a cake competition. They care if my cakes taste good. That's all they care about. So, how do we change this? What do we do about this that's going on in our industry? We have to, as the ones who have been here for a while and who has been seeing the changes, we have to pivot as well. We have to adapt ourselves to the new tendencies, the new cake artists, the new upcomers, and the new reality, or the reality of many cake artists out there. However, even though if you live in a small town and you need to put food on your table, you still can treat your business as a business. Okay? And you can price correctly because it's going to be better for you. And there's so many ways to help you. Free, low price or low investment, high pay ticket, anything. So think about that. Think about that. And don't go anywhere because I have more for you guys. I'm inspired today. As your cake coach, I am here to help you. If you want to go a little bit further in your journey to organize your time, set clear goals, Maybe teach, work on your mindset, or set a roadmap for results, especially for results and success. I am here for you. Why don't you book a free discovery call with me? I will be leaving the links here in this episode so we can chat, we can talk about what you really need, and we can see if we're a good fit for each other. Remember, I have just one mission in this cake world. First is to unite the cake community as one and to make you, my cake artist, my sweet friend, understand the importance of investing in you. Like I said, I will be leaving the links here in the description of this episode so you can book a 30 minutes free discovery call with me. And just remember, in case nobody said this to you today, I do appreciate you and I want you to stay safe and stay creative. So, to wrap up today's episode, we talked about the importance of seeing your business as a business. We talked about really being honest with you about why you started your business. If you see your business as a lemonade stand, or if you see your business as a business to thrive and to be here for the long run. We mentioned everything that is around you to help you, either free, either pay very low, or either invest a lot in yourself, as long as you invest. And as long as you see your business as a business. We talked about our industry, how our industry is changing. We need to, I include, I mean, when I say we, I talk about all of the people in their cake industry, cake artists and vendors and products and event organizations and coaches and all of that. We all need to take a minute and rethink what we're doing and see why it's not working, because it's not working. Clearly it's not working, so there's something has to be done. We need to, of course, keep educating people to or cake artists to invest in themselves and to participate, but we need to go deeper. Why are they not participating? Why are they not investing? Why are they not making enough money to invest in themselves? The reason behind it. We really need to go there. Of course, my recommendation is always going to be to find some kind of help, but that's up to you. That's up to you. We don't want you to chase your tails anymore. We really want you to move forward. We really want you to keep going ahead and grow, because our industry cannot disappear. And I don't think it will. I think it will change. Yes. I totally changed what I was doing. And I'm not close to the possibility to make a big change again, but I will never stop being part of this industry. I have invested so long in this, so much for so long, and I love it. So I probably won't go anywhere. Um, but it could change. And you have to be honest with you to the time that says, okay, it's time to change. It's time to do something different. It's time to face reality and rethink my options. Yes. But however, I'm going to leave you, because I always leave you with something that you can think about and you can work with. So I'm going to leave you with a big secret on how to actually make things happen. Whatever it is that you decide to do, if you decide to invest in, I don't know, maybe a free course or a free resource, or if you buy a low ticket course or class or the planner, or you're part of a group, a paid group or a free group, a paid community. If you decided to go into a high ticket investment and buy yourself a coaching set, a whole bunch of coaching sessions, or take a professional course on pastry, or become a certified cake decorator, whatever it is that you decide to do. Okay, the secret to make things work is you have to add knowledge. So you need to do it. You need knowledge. You do. But you need action. You need to put it into practice. I am going to confession time. I'm addicted to learning. You're going to say I'm addicted to something else. No, I'm addicted to learning. I have become addicted to learning. I think for the past, I don't know, maybe 3 years, I need to keep learning things. And there was a point that I had so much information in my head that I was getting overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do with that. And I was going nuts because it was so much noise. We're going to talk about that with Savannah, noise in the cake industry. Um, and there was so much noise. And it was like, oh my God, I'm going to go nuts. I'm crazy. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. And the only thing I shared this with you here before was taking action. So knowledge without an action is not going to work. Okay. So yes, invest in the knowledge, but you have to make it work. You have to create action. You have to act on what you learn. Okay. And you don't need to learn a thousand things. You don't need to learn a lot. Grab something that you say, this is it. I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to learn it. I'm going to put it into practice. And the third part of the secret is you have to create habits that's going to make you keep working on that. Habits is the key to consistency. It's not motivation. And I know we talk about motivation. There's a whole episode on motivation here. But one thing I realized, and I have to be honest, I'm going to be 50 this year, and I'm turning into a 50-year-old woman that has no patience and no filters. Oh my God. This is going to be fun, especially for my family. And I realized, I mean, stop the BS, right? Motivation. I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not motivated. Oh, but you need to go to the gym. No, I don't. I don't like it. I don't want to. I don't. Like, I know I have to, but I'm not motivated. Oh, because the podcast every week you have just the motivation. No, there are days that I record episodes and I'm like, oh, what am I going to talk about? But I keep doing it. I created a habit around everything that I do. Mondays are for this, Tuesdays are for this. I have it in my agenda. My favorite habit is to cross that out of the list on that day. That's my favorite habit. So I just do it just to see that thing cross out of my list. And by creating the habit, that's what has made me consistent. That is what has created consistency in my life. So, motivation, BS. You're not going to be motivated. Motivation is going to run out. You're not going to be motivated. You probably listen to one of two episodes of me and you're like, oh yes, Christine, I'm so motivated, so charged with what you said. And by the next Friday, you're like, oh, I don't feel like it. Really? Do I have to keep track of all of these things? No. So you're not going to be motivated. You have to keep a consistency of what you're doing. You have to you have to keep consistency of what you're doing. And the only thing to do that is through habits. And all of this, I mean, those three things, and let me recap for you: knowledge plus action plus habits. That is what's going to get you results. The rest is BS. Don't worry about it. Like, no. Right? Just keep that in mind for anything that you do in life. But of course, I'm talking about your cake business. And I'm talking about all the things that you're doing as a cake artist. But you can take it that for your life in general. Knowledge plus action plus habits. That's what's going to get you results. So, your homework for you this week. I'm going to give you homework. See, I told you, I'm becoming a weird 50-year-old woman. It's going to leave you homework and it's being nagging about stuff and I don't care. Your homework. I want you to think of the reason why you started your cake business. Okay. I want you to audit yourself. Am I numbing myself by buying the next cookie cutter and not really paying attention to what I really need to pay attention? Um, and don't forget, the secret of success is knowledge plus action plus habits. That's what's going to get you results. And that's it for today, my friends. This was good. I loved it. I loved this episode today. I hope you love it too, because it was really nice. No script, not anything. It's just me talking to you. And I think we got it under an hour, which is great. So um, I'm going to leave you again today for next week. We're going to have a bunch of interviews, not one or two or three. So we're going to have 5 interviews for the next upcoming months with the DMAs, with K communities, about businesses. We're going to have so many great people here. I'm so excited about this. Some regular ones, some new ones. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So that's it for me today, my friends. And I have to say goodbye, as I always say goodbye. Stay safe and stay creative. I'll see you next time. Hello, my sweet friend. Let me invite you to subscribe to the Art K Coach podcast exclusive content platform. By becoming a member, you'll get exclusive monthly content and access to audio classes and workshops on goal setting, time management, social media posting, pricing mindset, and teaching. Get access to exclusive bonus content for only €2.99 a month. Check out the link to subscription platform on the description of this episode. Let me help you on your cake journey and coach you for success here at the Art K Coach podcast.